Fashionably late as always. Oh yes, I should have put 9-ish. I'll wait for a sec for you guys to hop on. Let me know you're here. And if you're catching this on the replay, put a number 2 in the comments. So earlier today, I posted that I would be hopping on tonight to share something that hopefully will encourage you. Well, here I am. Part of this is super out of my comfort zone. And that's a good thing because that's where we grow, right? At the same time, this has been on my mind and my heart for a while, and I'm hoping that maybe if even one person can grow through this, that it will be worth it. So I've been feeling led to share for a while. And I've been given this platform, right? And I want to use it to not only reach people to better them in their health and fitness, but also to lead as many people to know God as possible. And so I hope I don't turn you off right away. And if I do, that's okay too. But I think a lot of us, and maybe you're not a believer yet, and if this is the only experience you have with knowing Jesus, then by all means, I'm so glad you're here. But like, I don't know, I was feeling like this fresh invitation in my heart that I needed to experience God outside of just church on Sundays. I was like yearning to know him, and my husband was like talking about how he has this relationship with God as if God is like a person and he can talk to him, and I just found myself feeling really jealous. Like, I wish I had that, and I don't. And I'm here to tell you that that's the reality of where I was at. I grew up going to church. I have always believed in Jesus. I accepted him in my heart when I was like 8 years old at church camp. And that's never been an issue for me, but I can't honestly say that I've had like a relationship where I had like a one-on-one conversation with God. So I found myself just really seeking that. And that there was like this stirring in my soul for more. So at the same time, I was really afraid to step out of my comfort zone to find that. And part of that is this video tonight. So it's possible to do so if you want it bad enough. So outside your comfort zone is where you're going to find the true awesomeness of God. That's the reality. And I want it that bad that I'm willing to do that. So first and foremost, I want to paint a picture, an accurate picture of what my life looks like on a daily basis. So maybe you imagine that I'm this woman that has it all together. Maybe you think I'm perfectly calm, incredibly disciplined, someone who manages her emotions. Let me assure you that is not how it is. I am a wife. I am a busy mom of 4. I can often be found rushing from carpool line to carpool line, practice to practice. My to-do list rarely gets accomplished. My laundry rarely gets put away from the basket in which I folded it or the pile that I dropped it off in my kids' room, if it makes it there, to be honest. Sometimes it's left on the kitchen counter. My patience easily can run thin with my kiddos, if I'm being completely honest. Let me think. Let's see, I'm being as real as possible here. I get pushed to the limit with everyday aggravations, like when my kids ruin yet another outfit with slime that isn't supposed to even be in my house, but my daughter bought with her birthday money, so what was I gonna do, right? Or when I can't find the paperwork that was supposed to be turned in yesterday and it magically grew wings and flew the coop. Yes, that is reality in my house, okay? So if I appear to have it all together, I clearly do not. I want you to know that, okay? So that's that. Can you relate? If so, great, okay? The reason I say great is because you are a woman or a man who is perfectly equipped, okay? When I say perfectly equipped, you are perfectly equipped to experience a one-on-one relationship with God, to say yes to him on a daily basis. That's kind of what I'm going for. And I've been reading this book. So a lot of where I'm coming from has been inspired by a book, and I'll tell you about it in a minute. So I want you to know that if you are in the thick of life, where you're living all that I just talked about, you can still have that relationship, okay? And you can say to God, Lord, I want you to give me patience. Lord, I want you to give me perspective to keep my emotions in check. I want you to give me provisions so life doesn't seem so overwhelming. Fill me with courage so that I can do what I feel called to do, okay? You can pray all these prayers with me. Lord, I want and need more of you in my life in every moment. What my point is that you don't need perfect circumstances to be a woman that says yes to God, okay? You don't have to have the perfect religious attitude. You don't have to know all the stories of the Bible. You don't need to be able to answer all the religious questions. You don't have to know it all, okay? You can even just be curious about all this. All you need to do is simply surrender all that's clamoring for your attention and turn it into a heart that is longing to give it to God, okay? Give it to God. So God just wants you to hear, he just wants to hear you say yes to him. So here's what I came up with to kind of tweak and turn everything that I wanted, everything that I was jealous that my husband had. How did I kind of get that? What was I able to do to sort of establish that relationship with God that he had? And through this book that I was reading, I started just the simple task of waking up each and every morning before my feet hit the floor and praying this very, 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 very simple prayer, okay? And this is the prayer, and I'll type it for you. It is, God, I want to see you. I want to hear you. God, I want to know you. God, I want to follow you. And even before I know what I will face today, God, I say yes to you. Amen. Okay? Seems simple, right? Super simple. Almost too simple. Well, I've been praying that prayer for a while now. And I'll tell you something almost magical, if I didn't know any better, has been happening. Something I can't even put it into words. So that simple act of surrender each and every morning before I start my day prepares your eyes to see God in every single thing that you do. If you don't believe me, try it. It's going to prepare your ears to hear him. It's going to prepare your mind to receive him. It's going to prepare your heart to receive him. And that is how you can experience a life expecting to experience God the way that my husband had been doing. And it literally has changed my life. So now I can see and hear and feel him in every single thing that I do. Where I was like yearning for that, now I'm experiencing it every single day by just simply praying that prayer and looking for it and saying yes. So here's what I found. And maybe your story is going to be different from mine, but if you're a Christian, what tends to happen is that we become so familiar with God, but we're so unaware of him in today's society. So we make the mysterious into the mundane, and we construct all these careful reasons and rules that kind of excuse our behavior. And at the same time, though, our soul is longing for this richer experience, at least in my case. So we want to journey to this place of wild wonder, extravagant relationship with God. But there are very few of us that are willing to say yes to him. So and very few of us that are really experiencing that true relationship with God. So let me think. If you do experience this sort of relationship with God, you're going to be drawn in and embraced like never before. I want to warn you, this is going to change your life. You aren't going to have to wait until the next time that you're in church to experience or feel moved to tears or feel like you're being touched. Instead of like walking through the motions of life, you're going to now expect to see him in your everyday life. You're going to be filled by his peace and his joy, and it will just start to happen. So I really hope that if this is something that you're looking for, like I'm really looking to sort of lead kind of like a Bible study on this. So I just really want to encourage you that if you do not have this relationship with God right now, or if you have it but you're looking to kind of take it to the next level, send me a message. I want to chat with you. I would love to refer you to this book that I've been reading. I would love you to start your day with this prayer, and just keep me posted on the way that things maybe change for you. I also want to pray for you, because like I said, it has been completely life-changing for me, and I feel led to hopefully touch at least one single person with this message. And if you feel like maybe there's somebody that could maybe be inspired or maybe benefit from taking this next step with God, absolutely feel free to share this video and send them my way. I would love to chat with them too. So if you're local to Shippensburg and you need a church home, I am part of a brand new church that just opened up in Shippensburg, and we would love to have you. It's Grand Point Church in Shippensburg, and we are growing like crazy already. So send me a message. I will meet you. We can go together. I'll let you know what we stand for, and I would love to share more about that as well. So I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Thanks for jumping on. Night.